Hey yo, what up? It's your girl Bewitched Faun, coming in with episode 28 of Faun's Horror Corner, a series where I watch a random horror movie on Tubi and we talk about it. This week I watched The Dentist 2 from 1998. A description Tubi gave us was, a sadistic dentist escapes a mental hospital, assumes a new identity, and goes on another teeth-gnashing rampage in this grisly thriller. My expectations were low from the get-go. I mean, there's no way that there was a demand for a sequel. Side note, my own dental drama is officially resolved and I am healing very well, so I am going to be back on schedule with my videos. So I just wanted to thank you guys for all of the patience these past few months with my spotty uploads, but let's not waste any more time and get into the movie. We begin with the title card, and Feinstone is in therapy right now, saying that what happened before was evil Feinstone, and that's not him. He hasn't really moved on though, and he's ripping open his stitches and is pulling out a shiv. He monologues his way to the therapist and holds her hostage to make his escape. Now he's on the road listening to his opera music. Now we have Brooke snitching about Feinstone's tax shenanigans. Brooke writes this guy that the answer is in the postcards. So they sift through to figure out his location, and we enter this quaint little town paradise. And there he is in his lumberjack couture. He enters a building and seems to be taking the role of Larry Kane. He bullshits out a story for being late, is given his safety deposit box, which has his actual ID in it, and our homie here is offering us a nice rental cottage from his niece. He's sold, and he's already having traumatic nightmares, so that's a blast. Jamie hears Feinstone's meltdown and runs over to check on him. He gives himself an ouchie when Jamie comes knocking and enters. She finds his mess and he slowly approaches. She explains why she's there and he makes up a story. They say goodnight and end up at a cafe together. They're chatting and eat some dinner. He brings up his wife and her infidelity, which is kinda awkward, but alright. They seem to be vibing though, so you do you. Feinstone's kinda tweaking though, and I guess he's lost a cap, so now he's visiting a dentist to get it fixed. He's trying on the cool dental gear in the meantime. He's kinda tweaking out though, and he's out of his room now, in full dentist mode, checking out this lady's mouth. But the doctor has arrived, and this is kind of awkward now. The two doctors bicker a bit, but it's time for that appointment, and Feinstone sure is micromanaging. The doctor tears him a new one, and he's feeling kinda grumpy grouchy now. Feinstone stops in the road and the cap comes off again. He gets honked at and Feinstone road rages and drives off. He's back at the office yelling for the doctor and armed with a golf club. He finds Dr. Burns and gives him one hell of a monologue. Eventually, he gives Burns a little push and he rolls down the stairs and is down for the count. Evil Feinstone is back, it seems. But it's time to fix that cap first, and he's feeling himself. Brooke is getting a call from her PI who's visiting all of those postcard locations one by one. He's moving to his next target location. Feinstone chats with his bud, who's trying to get Feinstone to take up that empty dentist role, but he's not quite sold right now though. He returns home and chats with Jamie, who's dealing with a toothache right now. So Feinstone the simp offers to take a look, and we're in the office for her checkup. She's got a cavity that needs filled, so we're already on it. A few hallucinations later, and he's not feeling so hot, and gives himself an ouchie to avoid hurting her, and returns to the job. It went smoothly, and inflated his ego more. Now the office is his, and he makes this lady very uncomfortable. Jamie thinks he's gonna be real good for this town. Sure, Jan. Feinstone is having a late night at the office and there's a knock at the door. It's an emergency visit. He brings him inside and holy fuck, he's chatty. A little too chatty, because he thinks the doctor is a bit familiar. So Feinstone gets to numbing him. But evil Feinstone is coming, and he shoves that needle real far in and is accused of doing it on purpose. Now it's all coming together and he's remembering, and the two are in a bit of a standoff. Feinstone rolls for intimidation and stops the patient from getting much further and stabs him in the air with a needle. He buries the guy on property seemingly, and now Feinstone is having a crash out in the shower. Brooke gets an update from her PI and he's off to Paradise, Missouri, getting closer to Feinstone's trail. Jamie gets a visit from her flirty childhood friend who proposes to her about every other day. They're close and kiss, and Feinstone drives by and sees it all, and boy is he triggered. The PI is eating some pie in the cafe and is asking this waitress if his old army buddy is here. She goes up to this gal Bev and says he's asking all kinds of questions about Dr. Kane in LA, but he's gone now, I guess. Feinstone has an appointment, and Jamie stops by with some papers for him to sign, and he immediately brings up her encounter with her friend Robbie. I would be shitting myself if I was that patient right now. Jamie tries to explain it away and says that they're just friends. It's a new day, and renovations are happening in the office, which is pissing Feinstone off. He follows the source of the sound, and wouldn't you know, it's Robbie. And Feinstone apologizes about the whole road rage thing, and the two have a very awkward conversation about Jamie. And Feinstone accidentally shoots a nail near Robbie's head. Bev is doing some research and snitches to her boss, Larry Kane doesn't exist. It's a fake name. She knows she's onto something, but Larry dismisses her. Feinstone gives Jamie a call and wants a date at a fancy restaurant, while the PI finds Feinstone and snaps some pics for the gram. It's date night now and Feinstone is dressed in his priest couture. The date seems to be going very well and Feinstone notices his shallow grave is a little too shallow and plays off fixing it by getting her a rose. They're being a little steamy at Jamie's and a call comes in. Robbie is leaving a message and asking Jamie to have dinner with him, her future husband. And Feinstone is not fucking vibing right now and he's getting a bit volatile. They fight back and forth a bit and Feinstone apologizes and promptly leaves. The PI gives Brooke the update on Feinstone's whereabouts and she's definitely not happy to see him. Feinstone sends Jamie apology roses and says one is with him. Bev is being a good investigator again. We love Bev here. She calls his office and schedules an appointment for the afternoon. Feinstone has a meltdown over out-of-date magazines, and his receptionist dips the fuck out. Bev is on a mission now, and Brooke herself is in the Paradise Cafe. Bev enters the building, but it's very quiet. She tries to snoop, but she gets busted and plays it off. Time for that appointment now, however. Bev tries to ask questions about his past and prods an awful lot. Feinstone gets the hint and gives Bev the gas. When she wakes up, she is taped down to the chair and the dentist saw game begins. He states the rules and conditions. Now the questions come rolling. Robbie pulls up to the office, and Bev is still being interrogated. Robbie rings the buzzer, and Feinstone has to put his game on pause for a minute. Robbie has more drywall and knows that Bev is inside currently. She breaks loose a bit and starts yelling for help. Robbie pushes past, however, and finds Bev. But Feinstone caught up and they're fighting, while Bev is trying to get loose. Unfortunately, Robbie gets taken out with a hammer. Now it's just her and Feinstone again, and he's double tapping Robbie. And the focus moves to Bev. Time for a new game, Truth or Tooth. He asks more questions about what she knows and he starts pulling teeth, which makes me cringe because this is way too soon and the sound of getting your tooth pulled is actually awful. Feinstone is pretty caked in blood right now and someone enters the building while he's going absolutely manic. He cleans himself up somewhat and starts sauntering down the stairs towards Brooke. Jamie leaves a message on the office phone and apologizes, while he monologues to Brooke, and they make out a bit. Jamie pulls up too, and Brooke pulls out her scissors, but he noticed and pushes her off. Now the two are fighting and Jamie steps in to help. Brooke is down and Feinstone is out of it. Jamie notices the bloody hammer and Feinstone has wandered off somewhere. She notices something strange and finds Robbie and Bev's bodies shoved in a closet. 911 can't be reached, so she's on her own here. She immediately runs into Feinstone, who's monologuing as usual, and starts trying to catch her. She kicks him off and runs, but now he's fuming. She locks herself into a bathroom while Feinstone pursues her. At lightning speed, he is outside her window and breaks through the glass to grab her. She starts prodding him with this rod and he moves back to the door. So he uses a saw to cut through the door instead and busts through. He gives her a solid hit though and she's passed out. She's carried to the operating room of everyone's nightmares and my god, he monologues more. And he grabs a whole drill and tells her to open wide. But she fights back and he's tweaking out. Now Brooke is back and these two girls both fight, but he holds them off. He's on the floor with Brooke when another car pulls up and Jamie hides somewhere. Now he's losing his shit and trying to find Jamie, who's armed with a nail gun. Oh, you bet he monologues more, so she starts shooting his ass with nails. Abruptly, we switch to a surprise party for Feinstone elsewhere in the office, where everyone is shocked by his appearance and he just kind of walks straight through them. The receptionist finds Jamie buried underneath all this shit, and Feinstone is driving away looking like Timu Pinhead. And that's it. That's the movie. Let's get into my afterthoughts. I don't even think I have words. Who wanted this sequel? They really tried to set up a third movie too. Like, I promise you that no one wants that. Because what the fuck? Let's get into my talking points. What did I think of the story? I mean, it wasn't stand out or anything. I can't say I'm impressed. I mean, it was a predictable story through and through, and they really didn't explain if Brooke is still kicking or not, which feels kinda important considering she went after him for revenge. What about the ending? It felt very rushed in the final chunk of it. Like, the second Jamie got there, it went very fast, and I feel like it was hard to follow along a bit. Like, what happened with Brooke? How the fuck did the party not hear the altercation going on upstairs? There's so many holes, which I guess is to be expected, because there's no way this movie is meant to be taken seriously. Overall thoughts? So the first one had a lot of campy fun. Like, it still droned on a bit with the monologuing, but it was just cheesy, messy fun. This one wasn't even really fun. It was cringe, and somehow Feinstone had 10 times more monologue than the first one, and it was actually so dreadful. Favorite kill? Gotta be the toothache guy who got the needle in the ear. That one was pretty cool. Best and worst character? Best is Bev. She knew Feinstone was fucking strange, and she followed that lead to the end. I respect the hustle. Worst is, of course, Feinstone. If I ever have to hear that man monologue through a whole scene again, I think I might go crazy. As for the tier list, I think it's going in F tier. I really don't want to watch this again. While the first one has a bit of a redeeming, cheesy, campy charm to it, this one lacks that one redeeming quality, and I just really didn't like it. And for the Character Hall of Fame, no one is being added, and that's okay. Bev is certainly an honorable mention though. Well, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, I upload these every Saturday around 12 p.m. Eastern, as long as life doesn't get in the way. So if you enjoy, then feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. Do what you want. I can't tell you what to do. My socials are down below, as well as the link to the movie so you can watch it yourself and form your own thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think if you decide to watch it. Next week, we will watch a new random horror movie and see where that takes us. Thank you one more time for watching. Stay safe and spooky, y'all.